When the weather is clear, a shelter like this seems fine, but a single night of heavy rain exposes every weakness. For many, a bank account works the same way. One car repair or an unexpected bill can snap the structure entirely. Living in this constant state of repair makes it feel as though money is a rare resource. We start to believe that financial stability is a matter of luck, reserved only for those who avoid the storms. Yet billions of dollars circulate through the economy every single day. The money hasn't disappeared. It simply moves toward the structures designed to hold it. Moving from a state of fragility to one of security requires a set of precise specifications. We need to look at the math and the habits that create a permanent dwelling. A plan that anticipates the weather before the clouds form allows a person to stand their ground regardless of the economic climate. Every build begins with the person holding the tools. Before a brick is laid, we must look at the individual responsible for the design. The most reliable way to increase the total value of a project is to increase the skill of the one building it. Knowledge and specialized abilities are the primary assets that generate income. Diverting funds into a new course or a technical book sharpens those tools. Over time, a higher level of craft naturally commands a higher price, providing more resources for the build than any temporary luxury ever could. Next is the foundation, setting heavy, unmoving concrete blocks. This is your emergency fund, 6 months of expenses kept entirely separate. If a crisis hits, this anchor absorbs the impact, preventing high-interest debt from eroding your build from the bottom up. When the base is this deep, an emergency becomes a manageable setback rather than a total collapse. Now the walls begin to rise. Each paycheck provides the raw material, individual bricks that must be laid with consistency to create a vertical structure. To ensure the walls keep growing, the first 10% of every paycheck goes directly into the mortar. This happens before any other bills are paid or any other needs are met. Waiting to see what is left at the end of the month usually results in an empty hand. The costs of daily life have a way of expanding to consume every available dollar, unless a set portion is claimed immediately. As income grows, you need a roof to contain your resources, but lifestyle creep, spending more just because you earn more, is like leaving the roof off. Wealth simply escapes. By keeping expenses steady as income climbs, you create a secure surplus. Protecting this surplus also means avoiding shortcuts. Pouring money into complex schemes or fast investments is like building with materials that haven't been tested. If you don't understand how the material works, it doesn't belong in your walls. Longevity comes from the discipline of the daily stack, ignoring the temptation to build a thin, flashy front just to impress the street. Once the house is sealed and the foundation is set, a final, silent process begins to accelerate the work. Look at how this sapling matures. When investments are left undisturbed, they begin to grow exponentially. This is compound interest, where the earnings from your work start doing the work themselves. Over a long enough timeline, the growth of these branches far exceeds the height of the original walls. Small, consistent actions taken years ago transform into a massive, self-sustaining ecosystem. This slow, rhythmic expansion outperforms the stress and risk of trying to find a shortcut. It relies on the physics of time rather than the hope of a lucky break. This is the final result of the blueprint, a completed estate. It represents a life where the structures are solid, the environment is thriving, and the need for worry is replaced by the fact of security. The ability to build this is available to anyone willing to follow the specifications. It takes time, it takes a steady hand, and it begins by laying one single brick to